Everybody else is saying hi, and one guy just says, "Oh Jesus!" Like what the?
Oh Jesus!
Like what the fuck is wrong?
Hi.
Everybody's like, "Hi, Paul."
I should have done this an actual social situation.
Oh Jesus!
You're walking up to you. Hey, Paul. Hey. Oh Jesus! It's like, whoa, what the fuck is going on?
Guys, you're not telling me anything I don't know about Delaney, but you're misinterpreting the situation. This is a fake dropout. He's only dropping out to underscore how fucking much people need him to be president. Like the people of Iowa and the people of New Hampshire and all the people in the country are going to rise up and demand that he be back on the ballot. Demand. In fact, I think he's still gonna be on the ballot in Iowa. I don't think they've got time to like change the ballot. If you live in Iowa, vote for Delaney. That's what I'm saying. Delaney Jeb. That seems like a winning combo right there for me. Delaney Jeb. I wonder what they feel like when they drop out. I'm assuming you meant to say out. I mean, what they feel like. It probably feels horrible.
Yeah, I mean, especially in John Delaney's case, where he spent so much time and money
Like,
on this dream.
he was straight up, like, deep in his own pockets in this campaign. So, it feels extra horrible for him. Some of these people, you know, they finance most of their campaign on donations and shit. That's probably easier to let go. Goofy looking people can't win the presidency these days. That's not true. Look who's the president now. Trump is enormously goofy looking. Like, it's one of the most overdone subjects of all time, how goofy looking Trump is. He's orange, he's fat, he's got a big stupid comb over on his head.
I'm trying to get it started, Paul. I just tweeted, it's time for the people to rise up. It's time for the people to stand tall. It's time for the age of Delaney. Hashtag bring Delaney back. Hashtag Delaney acts.
See, it's already happening.
Yeah, I'm getting it started. I'm just giving it that little extra push that it needs to really fucking foment in the public consciousness.
Yep. It's got to happen. The people will rise up. The people must rise up.
Speak in one loud, clear voice. We want Delaney. We want Delaney.
Yo, I'm actually getting a DFF tattoo right now. No, you're not. No, you're not, buddy. Paul, are you one of the guys who are downplaying how bad coronavirus is going to get? I feel like you could be on either side of this. Shockingly, I haven't taken a position on the coronavirus. I'm doing this crazy thing called wait and see, which I know is an old-fashioned idea. I don't know. I don't know. It could just be another fucking, the swine flu, and then nothing ever happens, or it could kill the, balance of the population of the earth. I don't know. I got my fingers crossed, though. You guys thought about when the next meetup is? Had a great time in New Orleans. No, we have not. There's not really a plan for another meetup. We got other shit going on. Paul, you should be happy about the virus. It's gonna thin the herd. Hey, what an original thought, man. Thanks for sharing it with me. Seen some very bad looking graphs comparing it to SARS and swine flu. Yeah. Some real bad looking graphs. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Can you leak what tonight's episode will be on? Actually, yeah. TJ thinks it's going to be something else. But I plan to announce the new direction for Pessimist Productions and Deep Fat Fried in particular. It's going to be called Sucking Paul's Balls now. And all the topical stuff and all the other shit is going to be replaced with a barrage of comments. It needs to be about an hour and a half filled with compliments for me. So TJ, and I want him to take turns. So TJ will say something over the top nice about me, and then Scotty will do so.
So it's like a competition to see which of us is the better sycophant.
Yeah. Yeah, who's the best suck up? Who can curry the most favor? And that'll be that. It's going to be called Paul Productions from now on, not dropping the pessimist. Paul Productions. And Deep Fat Fry will now be sucking Paul's balls. I'm just going to like spend most of the show like this, with my hands behind my head. Just like, all right, TJ, it's your turn.
Gee whiz, Paul. You're the most beautiful man that has ever existed on the planet. Oh, Michelangelo's David has nothing on you.
Oh, that was a great one, TJ. What about you, Scotty? Paul Zigo, you're the fucking smartest person I've ever met, personally. Smartest person that's ever born, probably. I mean, your insight on things is just absolutely ridiculously over the top awesome. Oh, Scotty, please. Thank you so much.
I don't know if you're more beautiful than you are brilliant or more brilliant than you are beautiful, but you have both attributes in a greater abundance than any human being that has ever existed.
Oh, TJ, that was
By
fantastic.
several orders of magnitude.
That was fantastic, TJ. Good job. Not as good a job as I would have done, but good job nonetheless.
Of course not. I can't be expected to perform at your superhuman standard, baby. No one could possibly match you in any respect. Smartest, most beautiful, most physically fit, most dynamic, most charismatic. I mean, every day that I get to bask in your presence is like...
That's how I'm gonna
honor
greet people now.
In my little insect life, insignificant in every way compared to the glory and the greatness of you.
Wow, you're pushing it a little far, TJ. You're trying a little hard.
Sorry. I apologize, my lord.
I'm gonna start greeting people like this.
I like it. It's kind of the inverse of how I greet people. It's like,
Yeah. The Mussolini gesture, yeah. I'm stealing Mussolini's gesture.
Mussolini.
Feels good to do that. I can see why it became a thing. Try it.
All right. I'll give it a shot. So let me see. What is that? It's like this?
Yeah, you got to keep your fingers together though.
Okay.
And just
Yeah.
it's about your head too though. You got to tilt your head a little bit. Yeah, see?
Okay, yeah, that completes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. I also kind of like that royal wave.
Oh yeah, the little queen wave.
You can do it with one hand too.
It's a very proper wave.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, I'm royal, so I use the minimum effort to wave.
Yes.
be honored that I even concerned myself momentarily.
You have to have a smugly benevolent look on your face while you do it. Yeah. You can do it one-handed too. It feels pretty good one-handed. Any TV show recommendations from either of you? I mean, I talk about TV shows that I watch here. So I've been watching American Horror Story. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. Hail to the great and magnanimous Ball. I've recently become a stockholder. Any advice for a neophyte such as I? Thank you for these bloody good streams, Grand Vizier. Whoa. A stockholder in what? I don't know nothing about stocks. When Scotty does a fucking Highdeology, ask him about stocks. He'll be able to tell you about it. I don't know nothing about no stocks. Here's some cash for you and TJ. None for Scotty. Wow, Tucker. That's mean. Why would you do that? My grandmother voted for Trump. How do I convince my mother to put her in a home? Voting for Trump isn't enough. That right there should get you landed in a home. Here's a useless piece of information. In Disney World, they point with 2 fingers because in some cultures it's offensive to point with 1. Oh. I guess that makes sense. You got a place where people from all over the world, visit. You don't want to be accidentally like flipping them the bird in their culture. The act of voting should be grounds to be put in a retirement home. There you go. I like that. Pointing with 2 fingers is giving people the shocker. No, it isn't, because the shocker requires a 3rd finger. So just pointing with 2 fingers is not giving people the shocker, my friend. You'd have to point like that. Do a crip walk, Paul? Nah. I'm not going to be sea walking today. Watch Mandalorian? No. I'll watch Mandalorian when there's like 3 seasons of it. And there's a bunch of other stuff on Disney Plus that I want to watch. I ain't going to give Disney money until they're serving me up something that I actually want. I don't care to watch any of the new Star Warses. I don't care to watch any of the Marvel shit. And I don't care to watch any Disney movies, like their back catalog and their current shit. So I'm not going to pay them a monthly fee. Pirate it. I could pirate it. No, you're asking the wrong guy about Picard. I know TJ and Scotty are watching it, but I've heard some stuff about it that makes me really uninterested in watching it. I watched Red Letter Media's review of it, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not interested. Paul, are you a never-ending story type of guy? Dude, absolutely. I loved that was one of my favorite movies of all time when I was a kid. Probably still up there. Never-ending Story is a badass movie. Some great dramatic monologues. I always wanted to do a tryout, like do an actual audition for a play or something with the Rockbiter monologue, but it's just not long enough. Usually they want something like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes long, up to 5 minutes, depending.
They look like good, strong hands, don't they? My friends. The little man with the racing snail. Even the stupid bat. I couldn't hold on to them. The nothing took them away.
However it goes. It's great. They called her the childlike empress. Does that mean she was a dwarf? I don't think so. I think she was just eternally youthful or whatever the fuck. That's the way I always took it when I was a kid. Like, she looks like she's 10 or 12 or whatever, but she's, hundreds of years old or whatever. Yeah, Gomork. That's another good monologue in that movie when the Gomork meets Atreyu for the first time, and Atreyu actually kills him at the end of the scene. The Gomork talking about how he serves the blackness behind the nothing and all of that. It's a great monologue for sure. Come for me, Gomork. Are you gonna play the new Doom or Resident Evil 3? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I liked the other Doom. I never beat it, though. I didn't play much of it, so maybe I didn't like it as much as I thought I did, but I remember having fun with the most recent Doom that they've released, so looks like some more of that. Do you have a Paul-esque guide to making friends? I mean, I don't know. If you want to make friends, you got to be willing to put yourself out there in a genuine way. Like, people can sniff out like false bullshit, so you can't try and pretend you are something you aren't. You got to just let your freak flag fly and see who fucking comes to salute, you know what I mean? Friends are overrated. I mean, you got to have some friends. But yeah, I don't put much stock in the internet for making friends.
Hey, Paul, can you turn that computer on?
No. No.
All right. You really showed me. Sorry.
Isn't friendship just a self-sacrifice disguised as genuine connections in modern America? For some people, maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, friendship is different for different people. There's no, like, hard and fast definition of friendship. It takes different forms because people are different. People have different levels of need to, like, interact with other people. People feel different levels of need for connection with other people. So there's not, a friend can be whatever it is it needs to be in the context of the two people in the friendship.
I mean, like, me and Galen's friendship, there have been times where we've barely spoken for like 2 years and shit.
Well, that's a certain kind of friendship.
Right, but then we, whenever we hang out or whatever, it just resumes right back to,
Right.
The dynamic is pretty much established enough that, it's unchanged.
Praise be the grand Shah of salt, the prestigious prince of pessimism, and the cantankerous king of callousness. How can I get in a relationship with my friend? We're both bi men. Next time you guys are chilling, just whip your dick out and be like, huh? 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 That's the way I'd do it. Cut through the crap. You know, just whip your dick and balls out and be like, well, yeah, looky what happened.
Take it or leave it, motherfucker.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, you're both bi dudes, so there's really no chance for you getting super me too just for pulling your dick out. You'd have to do something a little. You have to be way more aggressive if you want to get me too'd by a dude.
Yeah, you gotta be Kevin Spacey level, like
Yeah.
corner him in a broom closet.
With a chick, you just gotta pull like one nut through your zipper, you know what I mean, and wiggle it at her, and that you're me too'd. But if you did that to a dude, you're not. Nobody's gonna care.
To be me too by a chick, all you have to do is walk up to a girl that's not attracted to you and say hi, and then it's like, oh my god.
I don't know if
great.
it's not that bad.
It's that bad.
It's not that bad
It's
yet.
that bad. No, it's not.
You just gotta touch a girl. Yeah, I mean, unwanted contact of any kind is a good way to do it. Even if it's something friendly like patting them on the shoulder or something, you gotta be careful with that shit.
Unless you're Joe Biden, for some reason he's able to just skirt on past that.
I mean, I don't know if he skirts on past it. People criticize him for it all the time.
Yeah, but it doesn't really seem like it's ever become a big issue for him for some fucking reason. Whereas I feel like most people, if they did that, like here's you on tape with multiple times violating the personal space of women and girls. It's like, well, you know,
Whatever.
he's old. He's old.
It's just from another time.
From another town, you know, people used to do that. Okay then.
There's no fake Facebook gifs of Joe Biden sniffing people, and I've looked hardcore. I've seen one instance of him sniffing somebody. Sniffing, like, it was like a little girl that was standing in front of him, and he bends down and just takes a big old whiff of her hair.
Ah.
And then starts whispering in her ear with his arms around her from behind and shit. I've seen it.
I saint it. You done it.
Joe Biden caught sniffing the feet of a toddler, pulls even further ahead in the polls. Yep, pretty much. Like, he tried to eat his wife's finger and it didn't do anything to him. I was Me Too'd at the age of 13 before it was even a thing. I said hi to a girl and she tried to get me suspended from school. That sounds like a likely story. All you did was go, hi, and she tried to get you suspended. Come on.
I believe it.
You said hi while you were goosing her ass as she walked by. Don't lie. Gave that ass a goose while you were walking by. Hi there! That's why you got Me Too'd. You know you did it. Just say the word cigarette and see if TJ runs out for a cigarette.
I just came back from one. But that doesn't mean anything.
I saw the finger biting thing for the first time in slow motion, and it really shined some light on his demented thought process. Yeah, I don't want to see it. I've seen the pictures of it. I don't think I've ever seen the video of him doing it. I don't need to see that.
Hey, you can buy a life-size baby Yoda for $350. There you go.
No, thank you. I'll pass on that consumer product.
It is available.
Are you introverted? I'm an introverted extrovert. That's how I've always looked at it. I value my alone time and I value my quiet time, but I also like talking to people. And I like making people laugh and shit. So it's just a balancing act for me. I gotta find the right. I'm always swinging wildly from one to the other. I need to find that good middle ground.
Middle ground.
Paul, doesn't it freak you out that any woman could Me Too you for hugging her for 1.3 seconds too long 20 years ago? Not really. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm a hugger too, so who knows? Maybe I gave a hug that was perceived the wrong way. And it's just a time bomb waiting to go off, but I can't tell you that I'm worried about it. I'm highly introverted IRL, but for whatever reason, I don't mind being sociable on the internet. That makes sense. Would you wear a still suit? If I was on Dune, you have to. Gotta fit that shit desert fashion, too. Gotta be ready. Pretty sure there's plenty of Republicans, see Roy Moore, who are fine with it, too. Fine with what? Wearing a still suit? Did you play the Outer Worlds? Yes, I played the Outer Worlds. Serious question, do you fart in front of your girlfriend? Yes, I've farted in front of my girlfriend. And she in front of me. Turns out human beings fart. It's pretty crazy. Paul looks like a goblin who came home after a long day at the coal mine.
They're not called farts anymore. They're called anal queefs now.
Anal queefs?
Yeah. Good with the times.
I like it. Would you fart in front of Jude Law? Hell yeah, I would. That's how I'd get his attention. Everybody else, you know, in the lineup on the red carpet's like, Jude Law, Jude. I'm just gonna like put my ass right through the fucking line and fart as loud as I can. He's gonna be like, whoa. Never been greeted that way.
You stand out in my mind.
Yep. Jude Law isn't really that hot, Paul. Okay, well, you're allowed to be wrong and stupid. So one of the great things about living in a free country is you're allowed to be an ignorant fucking twerp. Just your daily reminder that child marriage is legal in America, and any attempt to even limit it is immediately shut down by Republicans for violating religious liberty. Yay! Thanks for that reminder. What day is it since Sean Hannity said he was going to be waterboarded?
I'll check.
How many days have we been waiting for him to make good on his fucking promise?
I think there's probably some counters out there.
Are they still counting it?
Sean Hannity waterboard counter. Oh man, it's not available anymore. They gave up, I guess. Let's see.
Damn, that sucks.
All right. Well, it was April 22nd, 2009.
Okay.
And he said it. Last year was the 10-year anniversary. So we're coming up on the 11-year anniversary of it.
Damn.
So it's been nearly 11 years.
What's 365 times 11? It's got to be like 3,000, 4,000 days. It's crazy.
April 22nd, 2009 was 3,936 days ago.
He's really making us wait for this. He's really making us wait.
If he's going to do it on day 4,000.
He shouldn't have a career anymore, dude. He went to bat for torture so hard that he was like, it's not torture, I'll be waterboarded. I'll do it. I'll show everybody. And then just never did. Probably because somebody actually talked to him and they were like, Sean, you don't want to go through this. It's going to turn you into a fucking blubbering mess on live TV. Oh, okay.
I mean, like, there was that radio host.
Man cow.
Yeah, that was like, it ain't torture, I'll fucking do it. And then he did it. He's like, okay, it's torture. I was wrong.
Yep.
And then
He lasted like seconds.
Christopher Hitchens was like, I don't know if it's torture. I'll do it and see. And he did it. He's like, okay, I was wrong. It's definitely torture. So the two other guys I can think of that made this offer of like, I don't think it's torture, but I'll check. They checked and then they said it was.
Yeah.
So
Turns out it was torture.
So I mean, like, you know, but Sean Kennedy doesn't want to have that fucking revelation because he probably already knows it's torture anyway.
I mean, I give props to both of those guys for putting their money where their mouth is, though.
Yeah,
I mean, if they were going to be proponents of this shit, then they were willing to go through it themselves to see what it
like,
was.
Let me see what I'm advocating here. Oh shit, I don't advocate for this anymore. This is bad. No one should go through this. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Both of those guys, by the way, pretty much, it only took seconds of it happening to them before.
Yeah, they didn't last long.
Yeah.
You guys put torture on the top 10 greatest things of all time proto list. Hypocrisy. Okay.
The photo list was pretty long.
Yeah. It was definitely a full brainstorm session. Steve Chowder was waterboarded once, said it wasn't so bad. Who? Crowder?
Let's see if we can find a video of that.
He said Steve Chowder, though. I don't know if that's another dude.
We'll see.
DFF Top 10 Horror Movies Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. I guess even though I haven't really called one out until just now, I guess the DFF equals train has started. Steven lasted 3 seconds before he tapped out. Round 2, he made it 6, but they counted fast. Wow. 6 whole seconds he was able to endure it. Definitely not torture. Are you watching Picard? No. I don't want to watch Picard. I've heard enough about it to know that I'm not interested in watching it. I don't want to see another our current politics mirrored back at us through a property and unrelated property. I don't want to see it. I want to see the fucking Federation with Fox News. I don't want to see all of a sudden the Federation is xenophobic. Like that, the whole point of the Federation was that mankind had overcome that to the point of absurdity. There's just no way it's going to take root again. It's dead. There might be a few fucking outlying people who hold those fucking views, but society as a whole has done away with racism and classism and bigotry and sexism and all of that shit. And now all of a sudden, in the lifetime of Jean-Luc Picard, not only the society at large, but the whole governing structure of Earth is, we don't like them fucking dirt people over there, Romulans. It's like, what? We have no fucking empathy for them Romulans. They're all scum. Lazy, shiftless, stupid, subhumans. It's like, okay. Way to just whip your dick out and take a piss on Gene Roddenberry's fucking grave.
I like it.
Why? Like, what about that is appealing? What about, like, a total shift in the whole fucking feel?
I mean, there was always fucking the undercurrent of that potential, even in the Next Generation. Like, look at episodes like The Drumhead, where they had that Starfleet admiral who was basically trying to run kangaroo courts aboard the Enterprise. Now, she got stopped.
Of course she did.
But if you give them enough of an impetus, like, okay, Romulus is being destroyed, and the Federation is trying to do the right thing and help relocate them, but they're being met with all this like terrorist insurgency and shit for their trouble.
It's not even them that's doing it though, is it? It's the fucking robots that are
Yeah,
doing it.
The synthetics, but the Romulans get blamed for it.
Meh.
And now there's some sort of subplot going on about how, why Romulan society is like, has been like structured by its elite ruling class to be have an aversion towards synthetic life forms and shit because of some yet to be revealed secret.
Okay.
But I think that I think basically it's maybe the secret is that it's just an emergent property of synthetic life to usurp and supplant organic life. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It just, I don't know.
I feel like
I'm not as
big.
big.
What they're setting up, honestly, and I feel like Jean-Luc Picard is supposed to be like a metaphor kind of for, he still has these fucking values and he stuck by them even when it was difficult to do so. And so many of the other people have lost their way because as soon as their comfort was challenged in any real way, of course they abandoned their principles like that. So it's about, I don't know, he's like the true believer and they're all just like the posers, I guess you could say.
I just don't buy that the fucking Federation, because the Federation deals with a lot of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Incursions from other races. I don't buy that the Federation of Planets and shit was just, by the way, which is made up of a bunch of alien races. It's not just humans.
Right, and that was another thing on the Federation was there were several planets that were threatening to leave the Federation if the Federation continued to support the Romulan relocation efforts.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like they're setting up a pretty good geopolitical fucking web there. I mean, granted, it's not giving us the trademark optimism that Star Trek is known for, but I still find that it's unmistakably Star Trek.
I'm not as big a Star Trek aficionado as you and Scotty, but that's the reason I go to Star Trek. Is because it's set in that far future where people are, people have moved on. It gives us a look at politics from a futurist angle. It's not just Trump's America comes back to the Federation. It's just like I see that every day. I live in it.
Yeah,
I just don't want to go to Star Trek for it.
I can feel that.
You ever watched anime lately? No, get out of here. Shoo. Leave me alone.
Paul's done with that.
I'll watch an anime if I feel like it, but I don't ever want to talk to anybody about anime.
The fan base is too toxic.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Anime fans are too fucking, they're too unstable.
Damn, it's looking like Scotty's finally being late again, and it's the day we didn't fucking bet.
I know, we don't bet. It's like he knows. Maybe he's got the place bugged.
Yeah, I think he does. I wouldn't be surprised. Fucking cocksucker.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this now. Goodbye, everybody. See you.